What did you see in him that you knew he was going to pull this off?
Funny, this is one time I may have been right.
You've outdone yourself. It's just a magnificent, amazing film. And I want to ask you, I mean, you didn't jump on board real fast to do this, so what changed your mind?
Well, I met Snowden in January 2014, but I was scared. It was a current. You don't know what's going to happen. He was a hot potato. This thing could turn south. He could be, anything could have happened. There was lawsuits, the truth, evidence of things could come out, and it can blow up in your face. And a movie takes a year, 2 years, so you got to really think this through. And I had never done something so current.
Yeah.
On top of that, I met him. I was wary. He was wary. He was wary of us, and we met 3 times. I had to go back 4 months. It took me to commit, and when I committed to a realistic version of this. I was thinking about doing a James Bond version, yes, because it's a great espionage idea, but a Bourne movie, so to speak. But no, we went real, and that's a limitation too, because you can't step outside a framework. Yeah. And that was always my fear. Can we make this into a dramatic thriller? Can we? You decide for yourself, but I think it's tense, and you don't know what's going to happen next. And I did what I set out to do, which is to tell his story properly and humbly, and let the world decide where he stands. I mean, the NSA is also a point of view is represented.
Yeah. Joseph, I mean, seriously, the guy is amazing. There's nothing he can't do. Yeah. What did you see in him that you knew he was going to pull this off?
It's funny, this is one time I may have been right. I really went right to him. I said, you are Snowden, you look like him, you feel like him, do it. He saw the opportunity in it, and I said, he said yes, and provisionally, of course, in script and all that, and it worked out. And not that we didn't have creative differences, but he pursued this with an intense, you realize you have to stay in character for this whole time, and it's interesting to watch him. He tried to make himself as dull as possible. In a way,
Did a terrific job. Are you more paranoid, or do you think more about what's going on in our world?
Yes, I am. I'm very paranoid now. I was an innocent, naive boy before, and certainly these revelations. But, James Risen in the New York Times broke this story in 2006. Finally, it was 2004. He would have affected the election. They killed it. Mm-hmm. The Times and the White House killed it. That was a mass eavesdropping story. No, the proof, though, was finally presented by Snowden in 2013, but there's been plenty of evidence of wrongdoing from WikiLeaks, from Tom Drake, from Bill Binney. It goes back, this story, and Chelsea Manning.
Yeah. Do you think what he did will make a difference in our world?
Good question, Bonnie. It's, this is a question of privacy, and it's a question of cyber warfare. There's 2 questions. Without a doubt, in my mind, as an American who's lived 70 years here, it's just disgusting that the government assumes the right to listen in on your life, to eavesdrop. That's just disgusting to me. I just can't believe it. It's an American right. We have individual sovereignty. This is us. I didn't make any deal with the government to say, you can protect me at all costs and take everything I have, my right to search and seizure, my right to free speech. You're taking it, and you're saying you have to protect me. You have to protect me, and you're not protecting me. You're not doing a great job of it. 9/11 was a fuck up by you, and so was since then, every single terrorist that's been seriously, significantly a threat to the U.S. has been revealed by other means, which are the most classic detective means, or by people on the street, walk-ins. This is a complete fraud. They've deluded the American public, and they've scared them to death with fear. So I can't agree with that policy. And cyber warfare is the most dangerous thing that's happened in my lifetime, because no one knows how to control it. It's out of control. We started it. We put a Stuxnet virus in Iraq in 2007, and it never closed down. That virus got loose and went all over the world, the Middle East, and they're using those forms. Everything comes to bite back at you. If you are Dr. Frankenstein, you make your Frankenstein, you think you're going to keep it a secret? No way. No way. And Truman said this in 1947 to Robert Oppenheimer, who was the nuclear scientist, and Oppenheimer said, you're never going to keep this a secret. And Truman said, that's not true, quote unquote. He said, that's bullshit. And he did Truman keep it a secret? No. 49, the Soviets had the atomic bomb. We went crazy. You cannot keep a secret. forget about it. And that's the problem with cyber warfare. It's just like this. It comes back. No one knows where it started, by the way. No one knows where the next war is going to start. It's just going to start, and it's going to be weird, and no one will have many facts, and they'll make accusations like the Russians did the hack at the DNC. No one knows.
Kudos to you.
Very
Brilliant
dangerous.
movie.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Always a thrill to talk to you, Mr. Stone.